Welcome to the exciting rebirth of Superstar, featuring choose your membership rate as low as just $3 a month. At Superstar, you get expanded, exclusive video scopes each and every week, unlimited access to special horoscopes, class passes for Synchronicity University, consultations with me, and so much more. All of this in the Superstar space. I look forward to meeting you there. Hello, fabulous Superstar Gemini. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of February 2023. I am your astrologer, Nadia Shah. Thank you for being here. It is a remarkable astrological month, without a doubt. Big moves happening in the sky now. It is going to be on the 5th of the month that we will have this month's full moon. This full moon takes place in a part of the sky for you that is communicative and expressive. It has to do with synchronicity, being in the right place at the right time, connecting with the right person, and it can make all the difference for you now. Now, just because it is the right place at the right time, I have to tell you with this full moon, that doesn't mean that it's a comfortable moment. I do want to be straightforward with you on that. Well, we do have some lovely conversations and connections playing out with this full moon. For example, we have a supportive connection between this full moon and Mars in your sign. And so this is very empowering for you. It looks like whatever's taking place, you recognize how you can make it better. You're spurred to action and you're able to improve things that much more. It's like you're able to decipher what the right words a given context asks for, and as a result, able to improve things on your own behalf. We also have somewhat of a harmonious alignment with Jupiter as well. And I say somewhat because it's a connection, but it's what we call a wide orb. So you can still tap into that to your advantage. It does look like your connection with friends and your friendships in general end up playing a key role in those spontaneous interactions that end up being beneficial to you, or at least help you to understand the events that are going on and how to use whatever's happening to your advantage. However, one of the really big celestial connections happening with this full moon is with Uranus. And this is a type of conversation that astrologers call a square. Really not necessarily the easiest vibration. I do want to be straightforward with you on that. This full moon does represent a surprise, if not a shock, a minute, in a way that isn't necessarily easy, doesn't necessarily feel comfortable, and yet may represent just the breakthroughs that you need. It is a whole other way of looking at things, or finally hearing a thing that does make all the difference to you now. And so, as I said, this part of the sky is decidedly communicative. And so whether it is that you're finally hearing back, you're getting news, you're having an interaction, whether planned or spontaneous, it looks like what is being shared now has an impact on you. It helps you to understand where it is that change is ready to take place. Look, I would also say with this for you, there can be a sense of, as a result of an interaction, you're left feeling uncomfortable or restless in some way. Even a part of you is rebelling against the information that's finding you now, but it brings out the very best in you. It helps you to tap into a sense of what could be possible for you. Now, to get there, a part of that is going to be your own perspective, but yes, maybe having a conversation with a friend can be just the thing you need to see what is playing out differently in some way. Now, I would also add this part of the sky has to do with siblings, cousins, and neighbors. And so it could be now that a neighbor leaves. There could be a whole lot of drama or surprise events around that. But yes, it could be a very dramatic exit for a neighbor in your life. But it could also be that siblings, cousins, and neighbors are behaving in ways that feel like a surprise. Maybe they have news in their own life that takes you by surprise, or maybe it feels like it has something to do with you and the dynamic between them. It may or may not have anything to do with you. And yet it's a chance for you to understand how it is you are going to be a force of empowerment in some way. That could be empowerment directed towards you, like you see where your power is and where it isn't. and you decide to focus on where it is that you do have power, you're able to be a voice of inspiration to these people. But it's also possible that that may not necessarily be your role in a given moment. It may be that you figure out something that is more personal, not necessarily directly related to how you can help or influence them. Either way, it really is okay. Either way, and regardless how the developments, the information, whatever finds you now, regardless of the how, because chances are there's going to be that wild card out of nowhere factor, there is also at the same time a sense of you understanding some truth about who you are, and you're able to practice it, you're able to live it, and that helps you to feel so strong about whom you've become today. It will be on the 20th of the month that we will have this month's new moon. And this new moon is taking place in a part of the sky for you that has to do with career and life purpose. It has to do with understanding a higher, more loving vision for your life in a more meta sense, but more personally, new moons bring with them new opportunities or new realizations. New pathways or seed moments can open up here for you. So a very immediate application here could be with a new moon in this part of the sky, new career related opportunities, opportunities to align with promotions perhaps, or maybe even new things that you could do as part of your career journey. There could be new people in positions of authority that enter your life now. But here's the thing to consider, whatever is transpiring, this new moon is essentially unaspected. So it's not making any major celestial aspects with major celestial power players. There is somewhat of a connection, a harmonious connection with the nodes. And so that's nice. That does suggest that whatever's happening now, you can start to piece together how this could be part of a higher, more loving vision for your life that much more readily, which is a beautiful thing. But because this new moon is essentially unaspected by big major planets, it does suggest that much of what's happening now is more personal. It's about your understanding, your realizations, and your alignment. It puts an emphasis on the seed moments that much more, because not only do we not have those big, important celestial connections, but also the fact that this new moon is happening at the very beginning of its respective sign as well. That puts further emphasis on the newness of this time. So again, it could be new career-related opportunities, but it could be deeply personal in how you're understanding your life purpose, what goals you still have yet to do. Now that could be very immediate, like the things you want to achieve in the next 6 months, but there can also be a larger sense of this energy as well, which is what you hope to achieve in terms of the next 10 years even. And that is where that focus on the seeds becomes that much more important. What is that higher, more loving direction you're heading towards? You don't need to have all the details, especially not with a new moon like this, but any action, even symbolic, any attention you're paying to how it is that the universe is nudging you in certain directions can put you on new pathways towards greater success than you've known before, and a type of success that is defined by you and is relevant and important to you as well. Now, where it comes to matters of love, it will be on the 20th of the month that we will have Venus changing signs and moving into a much more harmonious placement for you. And so up until then, it will be Venus at the top of your sky. In some ways, love is very much about the big picture. It's very much about considering what you deserve. Again, there's a meta-ness to what is happening with love and what it means to you. But once we get to the 20th, it's like friendship and love become intimately tied in some way. So for those of you open to meeting someone new, I do like the energy in the first part of the month because it does suggest that you're really considering what love is going to mean for you going forward from here in a larger sense, what you will put up with and what you won't, what you put up with in the past and that no longer works for you going forward from here. But once Venus changes signs, it looks like lots of social events are on the horizon. Now, whether it is with a friend or through a friend, chances are you're connecting with new people very organically and naturally as well. Now, for those of you just starting to date somebody, I do like the energy in the first part of the month with love feeling so correlated to some higher standard. Well, you may be looking at how it is that this person might fit into that larger, more loving vision for your life or not. Are the two of you heading in the same direction or not? And do you feel like when you are with this person, they are meeting some basic standards that you have or not? So that's going to be part of your exploration. But once Venus changes signs, it becomes a lot more about whether or not you feel a genuine sense of companionship with this person. Remember, air signs like yourself fall in love with their best friend. That becomes an important priority to them. And as is the case for you, can this person really feel like a best friend to you or not? Because if they don't, well, chances are that may not feel like it works for you going forward from here. But if they do, well, this is where, because you're prioritizing that friendship that much more, it can grow stronger. And if it is that you are in an established bond, well, I do like the energy in the first 3 weeks of the month because that does suggest the two of you are having a process of shared goals that you're creating together, making plans together. And that can be part of aligning both of you with a shared sense of vision and mission navigating forward from here. For the very small percentage of Geminis out there, if you felt for a while that maybe you're not in the right relationship for you, then yes, it is going to be these big picture questions that end up being that much more important for you, especially in the first part of the week. Once Venus changes signs and the emphasis on friendship is there, that is either going to be this bonding, healing, sweet force within your established bond, or it's going to help you to reach new levels of honesty as to whether or not you feel you have this here. What I love about this month for you, it is an important and valuable astrological moment. Actually, in addition to the things I shared, let me tell you that on the 11th of the month, Mercury will change signs. After spending an extended period of time moving through a part of the sky for you that has to do with profound change, profound truth, and big essential questions and strong emotion. Well, now it is that Mercury moves on and will move into fellow air sign Aquarius. This is a much more harmonious placement for you. And it starts to feel as if your focus moves towards the world and ideas and philosophies and all these things that bring about a healthy curiosity and a greater interest in the world around you. Chances are once this move takes place, you yourself will start to feel that much lighter and excited for all it is that you have yet to experience and yet to do in this lifetime. Well, thank you so much for watching. You can get a video like this each and every week for each and every sign for as low as just $3 a month with choose your membership rate at NadiaShahSuperstars.com. Higher tiers get you things like all access passes to Synchronicity University events, consultations with me, and so much more. All of this in the Superstar space at NadiaShahSuperstars.com. Links are in the description below. Thank you again for watching. It'll be a great month. Enjoy.